Real quick, I got some nice gems right here I want to show you. This is a 17 Ridgeline. We got a 18 Pilot there. This Ridgeline came in saying their car stalls randomly. And, well, first I seen that. Okay. The bolt to tighten this down is just completely gone. A few other things. We got a aftermarket MAF sensor. No idea why. Lift this up. You can see they just replaced this filter. And yeah, let me just flip this the proper way for you. Got that back there now. All right, that is free of charge. However, this situation over here, lift this up and yeah, that looks weird. And we look at this and this seal is completely swollen and that's oil. That is what I suspect to be engine oil in your brake fluid reservoir. So didn't even come in for that, just came in for random stalling, and they have motor oil in their brake system. So you can see the actual reservoir is swollen. I can barely get the cap on. This rubber seal is swollen. You look at the brake booster right here, you can see some seepage coming out, and that's because oil is not supposed to be in your brake system. Oil is going to destroy anything rubber, any seals in your brake fluid system. So yeah, put a quick quote for an entire brake system. This is gonna need a whole new brake system basically. Master cylinder, the rubber lines, and the boots and seals for the caliper pistons. Need to either replace all the calipers or rebuild all the calipers, which is labor intensive. Master cylinder is ruined, so good job on that. Do not top off your brake fluid system with engine oil. Little tech tip for you, bud. I also noticed this beautiful thing right here. No mess, no stress, bud. Moving on, we have a aftermarket battery. No hold down. The top cover of the battery is gone because this aftermarket battery is a different size than the OEM one, so the top cover does not work with the aftermarket battery. And yeah, here's your problem. Here's your stalling problem. Go figure. Let's lift her up real quick. That's the wrong size. All right. Looking over here, we got torn compliance bushing right there. We got some oil seepage going on over here. That is likely from somebody not cleaning up after an oil change. Bunch of seepage on the pan. Go figure. Moving over here, we got a little tear in that boot. Totally fine, not worried about that. New pressure sensor for some reason. Come over here and we're gonna look at this drive shaft bearing. And yeah, that bearing's gone. Need a new drive shaft. You can also see the axle seal leaking a little bit there. So this one's a gem for sure. Everything else looking pretty minty fresh here, other than this wire going over the parking brake, little twisty tie through this little hole in the subframe. Love that. And what do we got? Where are we going? Camera. Good old aftermarket camera, because there's not, you know, one that comes with the car. This is looking real nice. Random red wire. Yeah, that checks out. That is looking pretty good. Moving on to this 18 Pilot. They came in wanting me to re-secure this piece of their splash shield, and at the same time they have a check engine light on, a keyless entry light on, a tire light on, and a traction control light on. And they don't seem to care about that. We got some torn compliance bushings. Standard equipment on these. Got a leaking strut. One of these, yeah. Leaking strut there. We got a leaking strut there. Right front leaking strut. Left front leaking strut. Where is that lug nut? We don't know. Moving on. This is not really salvageable. So we're gonna quote a new one of them. And they're just cram jamming these bolts wherever. That's fine. Take a look at these tires. And they're gone. Not looking so good. Look at this sway bar link right here. And we can tell that it is bent. We got a bent left front sway bar link. This car was definitely in a collision and was repaired. So got a new inner outer tie rod, it looks like. Good old zip tie on that inner boot there. Because, you know, they don't make like boot bands or anything like that one. So, yeah, a bunch of oil seepage from someone not cleaning up after an oil change. And, Let's peek a gander at the wrecks here. We'll start with the beautiful Ridgeline. We have 1 hour diag for the randomly stalls concern. I am recommending just a terminal end bolt and nut that actually secures the terminal to the post. That will fix your randomly stalling issue. We got cabin filters dirty, coolant exchange, the brake fluid contamination wreck, which I have somewhere in here. Yep, oil in brake fluid reservoir. So that's a solid $1,100 to start if they want to chance not replacing the calipers or rebuilding the calipers as well as the rubber lines. If they want to do all of that, it's going to be a lot more than that. We're getting ahead of ourselves here. Back it up. We got T-case transmission fluid service. We got an engine air filter installed upside down. Fix that free of charge. We got front struts leaking. We have possible oil pump seepage. Clean off and monitor since it looks like the last technician just didn't clean up. Rotate best tread to the front. We have passenger's front drive shaft for that bearing play. Both front lower arms, rear diff service, and recommend an OEM battery if they want so they can actually install the cover and the hold down properly. And a timing belt and valve adjust. So, yeah. Recommended $9,800. Declined $9,800. For the Pilot, we have just a few wrecks. Cabin filter, that left front strut leaking, the bent sway bar link. Just noted that the exhaust resonator is bent. Mountain balance 4 tires because they are gone. Diagnose all those lights they don't seem to care about. Transfer case service, both lower control arms. And yeah, bent sway bar link. We got $4,100 recommended, $4,100 decline. Beautiful. Almost forgot to mention this beautiful MacGyvered hood prop hold down because, you know, why waste $4 replacing the proper part when you can use cabinetry hardware, you know? Okay, do the alignment and shipper. Good luck to you, bud. And you decline. Where's your lug nut? Where are your covers, ma'am? There's some. Oh. Stick that back in. That's just hanging out there, and we got a quick disconnect piece right here. Total gem. Love it. The rodents love it. They've been hanging out in here. Lots of rodent piss and shit smell, bud.